how can I train in order to not get injured? I can help with that. Guys, today I have a question here from a user. This guy here, he's a 4-stripe purple belt and he's 59 years old. I have been doing BJJ for 10 years, almost ready for my brown belt. But then I got injured. I have had so many surgeries, cortisone shots, doctor's visits, that this past surgery made me hate the sport. I'm sick of being constantly hurt and not being able to train. Any tips that might spark my interest again? Very first thing I'm gonna say is congratulations, because it's very few people in the planet that are 59 years old and are above like purple belt level, you know. Second thing I would say is I would try to make a reflection and ask why you're getting injured so much. Part of the reflection would also be to understand that you're 59 years old. So it's much easier for you to get injured when you're 59 years old than when you were 20 years old. So I think it's very important to understand that. And then the third thing I would do is, which would be also part of this reflection, would be like, how can I train in order to not get injured? And I can help with that. Doing jiu-jitsu, it doesn't mean that you have to do the sparrings, that you have to go really hard, that you have to go to train with the young guys, that you have to train with heavier people. You can do jiu-jitsu, you can do the warm-up, you can do the techniques, and you can choose to not do sparrings. You can choose to do like speed drills, for example, put some speed in the drills that you do instead of doing sparrings. You can choose to do sparrings with lighter people. You can choose to do sparrings with people that you trust, people that you feel confident that they will not hurt you. And instead of getting mad that you got hurt, that you're not gonna get your brown belt and this and that, I would be proud that I'm 59 years old and I'm on the mat and I'm training and I'm purple belt and I'm about to get my brown belt. And I would just be patient and make sure that you recover this from this injury. And then I would just try to adjust what you're doing, you know, like to make sure that you don't get injured again. So I think it has nothing wrong in life with doing mistakes. But I think if you repeat the same mistakes, now it's our fault, you know, like, so that's kind of how I think about life and about jiu-jitsu. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong on doing mistakes, but I should not do this mistake twice. And even share a little bit of a story here of my career. I used to teach and train at Marcelo Garcia School in New York City. I became his student for 4 years between 2013 and 2017, and he's one of my best friends. One thing that's very unique about Marcelo's game is that you can catch him with something, but it's really hard to catch him with the same thing twice. So he's really good at not doing the same mistake twice. If you're getting so many injuries, I would try to reflect on what is causing those injuries. Is it that young kid that I train? Is it the heavy guy that I train? Is it because I'm rolling too hard? What's the point there? Even on my life, one of my goals nowadays is to do jiu-jitsu for as long as I can. Literally, like, longevity is probably like my biggest goal in jiu-jitsu nowadays. Like, after winning like 5 world titles, I have a jiu-jitsu school and this and that, but my biggest goal nowadays, it's not like to own the school, it's not like to win more world titles and stop competing. My biggest goal is to do jiu-jitsu for as long as I can. I want to be that guy that is 75 years old and is on the mat and is healthy and is motivated and is excited to train and this and that. But with that being said, I'm totally aware that my train might be very different than it is today. And today is very different than when I was a professional athlete. So we go through phases. So when I was a professional athlete, I used to train like 2 or 3 times per day, do physical conditioning, do wrestling, do jiu-jitsu again. Nowadays, I probably train like 2 or 3 times per week. It's totally different. And I have to accept that. I cannot go against that. If I try to train as I used to nowadays, I'm pretty sure I would get injured. Like, now I'm 38 years old, I have family, I have my work. Before, I would train jiu-jitsu in the morning, sleep in the afternoon, and train jiu-jitsu again at night. You know, like, that was my routine. It was like train, rest, train, rest, train, rest. So nowadays, it's not. So I don't know how is your routine, but you are not a professional athlete, you're 59 years old. Maybe you even train almost like a professional athlete, but it's really important to understand your body and understand what you're capable on each phase of the journey. I'm totally aware that I'm not a professional athlete anymore. I'm not 20 years old. So I gotta be careful, you know, like I gotta act different. So just to finalize this here, I would just tell you, like, please be proud of yourself. Don't blame yourself. Don't get mad. Everybody gets injured. I know that's frustrating. You were almost getting the brown belt, you didn't get it. Just accept the fact. And in this meantime, try to reflect on why you were getting injured so many times. I remember like back in my hometown when I was like blue belt, anytime I would get injured or anytime I would get like sick or anything that I couldn't train, I would still go to the gym, watch people training, watch the technique. Nowadays, there's so much content online, even like BJJ fanatics. You can always watch jiu-jitsu, you can always keep your brain doing jiu-jitsu even though you are not doing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.